So I wanted to show this. Patriot Voice tweets out, confirmed a Russian working with the Ukrainian Special Services was tasked with assassinating Tucker Carlson on his visit to Moscow. Did you know this, Kurt?
No.
He was tasked with setting up an explosive device under a car located in the underground parking garage of the Four Seasons Hotel where Carlson was staying February 1st through 8th. The man was recruited by the main directorate of Ukraine during the month of November 2023 with a promised payout of $4,000. That's it.
Well, you get what you pay for.
You get what you pay for. Upon completion of the task, he failed at the preparation stage and then was forced to confess after he was detained. So
he screwed that up. That's enough money to overthrow Venezuela. A one-man army.
So I don't know who, when this guy says confirmed, I don't know. Can you see if it's confirmed by any, what they would call established news sources?
Authoritative sources.
Authoritative sources.
Now, he does have two authoritative sources, which is the siren emoji and the
he does have a siren
exclamation
emoji.
Point sign. And, of course, the three shocked faces. So we have preliminary verification that this story is correct. We're just going to double-check with authoritative sources.
We're just going to double-check with the billionaire-owned people who lie to you about everything to make sure, see if they've reported this.
Because I got to say, if that is confirmed, I'd like to know where in the hell the money we sent to Ukraine went.
$4,000.
If that's their big, that's what you allotted for the big hit.
Yeah. So he makes a couple of good points here. Patriot Voice says, is Ukraine's special service really just the CIA, or are they working with the CIA?
A little column A, a little column B.
And he says this means a foreign country, Ukraine, was involved in initiating an act of terror against a U.S. citizen.
Well, they killed one in prison. Why not do it?
They did, right. Ukraine already killed Gonzalo Lira.
A guy I never thought much of or liked or whatever, but I can't believe an American could be just tortured to death by a country we give money to. All that money we give, I should be able to say whatever the hell I want.
So let's watch this.
Vasiliev Alexeivich, 88 года.
What's his name? His name is Vasiliev.
Vasiliev.
Looks a lot like Vaseline.
Alexeivich. Vaseline Alexeivich.
They just interchanged those names. He was born in 1988 in Podolsk.
In Podok.
And here's what he has to say. In November 2023, I was recruited by the main directorate of the intelligence of the Ministry of Defense of Ukraine via the internet. Oh, that's why the internet's bad. I was trained in working with special communications, collecting and detonating explosive devices, and working with caches or caches?
At the Apex Technical Assassination Institute. You get to keep your own tools.
On
for $4,000 a month.
On January 31st, he received, according to him, I received a task from the curator to pick up an explosive device from a hiding place and use it to blow up a car. What was promised to you? Money, $4,000. Where the explosive device... Wait. Where the explosive device was supposed to be used. Where was it? He says, under the parking of the Four Seasons Hotel in Moscow, I was supposed to pick up the explosive device from a hiding place and place it under a car. Oh, God, they talk so fast, these Russians. Who was it planned to be used an explosive device against? I wasn't told. Do you know who the target was now? Yes, American journalist Tucker Carlson. What went wrong? Oh, I'm a moron?
I mean, look at me, dude.
I didn't really graduate top of my class. I'm not Jason Bourne.
He looks like Dimitri Martin is what he looks like.
He does look like Dimitri Martin.
I hired Dimitri to do this. I just saw Dimitri. Now, I didn't know he's all jammed up.
I was detained at the preparation stage. I'm sorry for what I did. So there it is.
That's a real bizarre. I mean, I can't tell if it's you know.
Does it surprise you, Kurt? No.
It's like such a
they have a
it's real off the books operation. It sounds like this one is way off the books for $4,000.
$4,000.
This is like the Venezuela, like, yeah, take a shot at it. Sir, I think for
Remember Venezuela?
$4,000, and you give me 4 good men and some guns, and I will take over the entire nation of Venezuela's government tonight.
$4,000.
Let him try. For 4, well, what is that in what's their money called? Russia bucks?
So
Bluebirds or something?
rubles?
Oh, not bluebirds, it's rubles.
Is that what they use in Russia?
Rubles, yeah.
Is it?
I was close.
So
4,000.
I wonder how Tucker feels about this.
Well, I'm just like, it's so bizarre that I'm like, if it's like a made up thing, what is the purpose of this? And if it is real, also, what was the purpose of that? Like, I don't understand any angle of this.
So what they're going to say is that this is Russian propaganda.
Oh,
that's what they'll say. That the Russians want to. The Russians are trying to turn the American people against the Ukrainian government by saying that the Ukrainian government put a hit on an American journalist. Even though they already killed.
They have a hit list.
They have a hit list.
No, that's just a list of people they don't like.
That's just the people, Lisa, they don't like.
You know perfectly well, Jimmy. Now, that's not fair. If that was in America and somebody had a list like that of people who died, then put red X's on it, we would totally take that as a light, humorous thing and not flip out and say it's literal threats of murder. We would be real cool about it. Ukraine's just having a few yucks. Like, have you heard them try to say it's not a kill list?
Yes.
They're just crossing up.
Yes.
Remember Sarah Palin? Somebody got shot at?
She put they put crosshairs on people, which is what you would see through a gun.
And I do believe her that they were like, "Oh, we're coming to get you, hockey mom," and people were like, "That is crazy. You could do that." Now the man was shot, and then they have where they actually X the person out after they're blown up. I mean, it's just batshit.
So, is any mainstream news reporting this?
I haven't been able to find anything.
Nobody's reporting this.
Well, okay, so that's
so
what
is this a hoax? Be real.
See, if it's a hoax, well, no.
Wouldn't they be out there debunking the hoax?
Yeah, it's a good. I think so. Oh, look at Putin's pathetic attempt to show. Oh, see, I killed that guy, but they just try to kill your Tucker Carlson. See, and then he trots out this guy who looks like.
I bet you that's how the mainstream media is going to report this. That this is just propaganda by Russia.
I would assume they would, but if they're not reporting it at all, then I'm like, that's more. I'm like, what?
Why are they not reporting it at all? You think?
I don't know. It's the first time hearing of it.
First time hearing of it on my own show.
I am. I am wondering about, who was that guy, the terrorist they brought to justice in Ukraine for the Nord Stream 2 bombing?
Nobody.
Yeah, no. They got this one guy that was really corrupt that was in the low-level government.
No, are you kidding?
Not at all. I thought you knew.
No,
ladies and gentlemen, we got him, and he admitted to it, and he looked like a loser like this.
So the most we could say is that he's being detained under the suspicion, I think, of preparing a terrorist attack. A native of Podolsk. He said he's acting on. So this is.
Oh, is it his hoax and nobody else's?
Well, he's being detained.
Well, if you go and say I was going to kill this visiting person and all this, they're going to question you a little bit. I mean, they're going to no, they said
I don't think he turned himself in. They say, from what I keep reading on Twitter, is that he was detained at the preparation stage, which is different than the preparation H.
I was going to thank you for answering my next question. Is that different from?
So Tucker Carlson. We know that the security state, the United States NSA, and the CIA are monitoring him. They already released his texts.
Yeah. Well, that was a very damaging interview to America, and I'll tell you why. Not because of anything Putin said, but just watch the whole him talking back and forth, and then immediately watch some video of any of your leaders from your country, and you will lose your mind.
Yes. You mean because of how...
Because we have
how pathetic
children's show hosts pretending to be leaders of things?
So
clearly we do.
So that kill list that they say isn't a kill list.
Yeah.
Is Myro Tveretz. I don't know how you say those words.
Myro Tveretz freedom list. I know of it.
Yeah, it's a freedom list. So if Ukraine did this, a lot of people are going to speculate this was the CIA trying to take out.
Be this lame?
Yes.
Oh, what am I saying?
Yes.
They try to get Castro 600 times, right?
Yeah.
The number is 6. Can you imagine if you're Castro? Like, at what point would you maybe just get, to be fair to Castro, a bad guy, you think you might get a little paranoid by, like, I don't know, the 400th time?
Look what the CIA, look how bad they did the Bay Pigs. Look how many times they tried to kill Castro. Really, it was several hundred times, right?
Well, they've protected us, after the one thing with 9/11.
And then look how lame their last Venezuela coup attempt was.
What I thought that was like, you're always looking for a deal, and like, I know a guy says he could do this, and it's like, okay, you add up, like, what do we lose if, hey, maybe he does it? We have total deniability if it fails, right?
Yeah, yes.
Like he looks like Lee Harvey Oswald. Like
he does. He looks like a patsy, right?
he looks like he's got patsy face.
He's got patsy face. This
When
guy.
I just saw Dimitri, and by the way, he still looks the same age as the last time I saw him. But
That's amazing, isn't it?
yeah, I was like, it's crazy. Dimitri has patsy
He's constantly
face
28 years old. You mean?
He's got the same haircut as that guy,
Let's look.
and the same, and like I think better skin.
You mean Dimitri has better skin?
Yeah, and the same sweatshirt.
Same sweatshirt for sure.
Patsy look.
I don't think I've ever had a conversation with Dimitri Martin.
Oh, he went to high school in the town I did.
Oh, really?
He went to the slightly richer high school we called Heroin High, because that's where all the good heroin was coming through. And I was in Pregnancy Point.
He taped we both taped our half-hour specials at the same time in like 2003 or whenever that was.
I was on his show, and he put me on. He had a thing called pube security, where like you have nice stuff you don't want a thief to take, so they come in, like I'm the guy with pubes, like we have like the hats. When they come in, they have tweezers and they pull off a pube and put it on your valuables. So the guy's like, I'm not touching that. And the whole challenge of the acting was I had to like not overdo it when he plucks. Like not.
Yeah.
That's even too much. I just did. I'm rusty.
So no, anybody else finding out? Nothing. Huh? On Twitter, everybody's talking about it. A lot of people talking about it on Twitter. Oh, Simon Ateba, he reports it. Attempted assassination of Tucker Carlson. A man has just been arrested in Moscow, accused of being paid. So he's legit.
Well, yeah, so he was arrested for it, and he's being accused of it, and that's all we could say for sure.
Yeah.
And the rest is just really fun speculation about a guy who looks like my friend from back in the day, Dimitri Martin. Look at this young Dimitri.
Oh, Tucker Carlson has tweeted about it.
Oh, we did?
Tucker Carlson says, so a CIA-backed Ukrainian intel officer is now telling us that actually Navalny died of natural causes. You've got to wonder what's going on here. It's pretty obvious. Really?
Did you read the headline?
He died of a blood clot. That's what Tucker is tweeting out. Let's see.
He died of the safe and effective.
So I haven't seen Tucker tweet about this. Have you?
Mm-mm.
No. Okay.
I'm just staring into the would-be
Tucker's out there.
eyes.
He's doing real journalism that bothers people. You're doing real journalism when you're making powerful enemies.
Well, Jon Stewart made a great point when he goes, "Oh, a real journalist is going to go talk to Putin." Oh, what a good point. Hey, why doesn't any of those great journalists go talk to him? It's crazy that Tucker, the worst journalist in the world, is going. You would think the best journalist who's qualified to go.
Jon Stewart.
Thank you, Jimmy. Exactly that. You saw his great work with Hillary Rodham Clinton.
I saw his great work that Jon Stewart did.
And what I liked about it was he was tough but fair. He didn't let him push him around like a stupid punk, with some Putin-esque propaganda. He held his ground. He said, hey, what about our blood and treasure? Will someone please think of the blood and treasure of our empire?
Okay, so there it is. We'll see what the fallout of this is. I'm interested. Hey, come see us live on tour in Los Angeles, Palm Springs, Stockholm, Amsterdam, Rotterdam, Berlin, Copenhagen, Oslo, Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania, Cortland, New York, Oakmont, Pennsylvania, right outside Pittsburgh, El Paso, and San Antonio, Texas. Go to jimmydore.com for a link for all those tickets.